Surveillance technology has become an integral part of modern society, influencing how we live, work, and interact. From security cameras in public spaces to sophisticated facial recognition systems and data mining algorithms, surveillance is deeply embedded in the fabric of the digital age. It promises increased safety, efficiency, and convenience, but it also raises serious ethical concerns related to privacy, freedom, and the potential for abuse. The ethics of surveillance technology presents a complex dilemma. While it can be a force for good, it is also a double-edged sword with far-reaching consequences. One of the primary benefits of surveillance technology is its role in enhancing security. In cities around the world, surveillance cameras are deployed in public areas to deter crime and assist law enforcement in solving cases. They help monitor streets, parks, transportation hubs, and shopping centers, providing real-time footage that can assist in identifying suspects, preventing criminal activity, or even averting accidents. By creating a sense of safety and reducing criminal behavior, surveillance contributes to the public good and improves the quality of life in urban environments. Beyond public safety, surveillance technology is a critical tool in national security efforts. Governments utilize various surveillance systems to monitor threats to their citizens and infrastructure. In an era of increasing cyber threats, surveillance in cyberspace has become essential for intelligence agencies. Monitoring digital communications, tracking online activities, and identifying potential risks help prevent terrorist attacks, cyber attacks, and other forms of large-scale disruption. In this context, surveillance becomes a key component in safeguarding national security. However, these benefits come with significant ethical concerns, particularly regarding privacy. The widespread use of surveillance systems creates an environment in which individuals are constantly monitored, making it difficult to maintain a sense of personal privacy. Technologies such as facial recognition software and GPS tracking allow governments and corporations to gather vast amounts of data about people's movements, behaviors, and interactions. This raises the question of how much privacy individuals are willing to sacrifice for safety and security. The risk of data misuse is another critical concern. Surveillance data, once collected, can be exploited by those in positions of power. In the wrong hands, personal data can be used for social control, political manipulation, and discrimination. Governments or organizations might track political dissidents, target minority groups, or engage in mass surveillance without public knowledge or consent. Such misuse undermines fundamental human rights and can lead to abuses of power, particularly in authoritarian regimes. The ethics of surveillance also intersect with issues of consent. Often, individuals are unaware of the extent to which they are being monitored, especially when surveillance systems are deployed in private spaces or digital platforms. Social media platforms, for instance, collect vast amounts of data on user behavior, preferences, and interactions without explicit consent. Many users remain unaware of the algorithms tracking and analyzing their online activity. Similarly, facial recognition technology often scans and analyzes faces without individuals' knowledge, raising concerns about informed consent. Surveillance technology can also disproportionately affect certain groups. Facial recognition systems have been criticized for their biases, particularly in identifying people with darker skin tones and women. Studies show that these technologies are less accurate for these groups, leading to false positives, wrongful accusations, and racial profiling. The disproportionate surveillance of minority communities or low-income neighborhoods raises questions about fairness and equality in the application of surveillance technologies. Additionally, surveillance can reinforce societal power imbalances. When predominantly deployed by governments or large corporations, it centralizes power in a few entities, eroding democratic freedoms. This concentration of power poses risks to freedom of expression and the right to protest, as individuals may fear being monitored and punished for dissenting opinions or activities. The chilling effect of surveillance can stifle creativity, limit activism, and inhibit fundamental freedoms. Despite these concerns, proponents argue that surveillance technologies, when used responsibly, can strike a balance between security and privacy. They highlight the role of surveillance in preventing serious threats like terrorism, cybercrime, and public safety issues. With proper regulations and oversight, the negative consequences of surveillance can be mitigated. Transparent policies, ethical frameworks, and accountability measures can ensure that surveillance protects citizens' rights while maintaining public safety. Advancements in privacy-preserving technologies offer potential solutions. Encrypted data storage and anonymized data collection can reduce the risks associated with surveillance. Systems that use surveillance data for positive purposes, such as tracking environmental conditions, reducing energy consumption, or improving healthcare outcomes, demonstrate socially responsible applications of these technologies. The ethics of surveillance technology is ultimately a balancing act. While it offers substantial benefits in safety, security, and efficiency, it also raises serious concerns about privacy, consent, fairness, and the potential for abuse. As surveillance systems evolve and become more sophisticated, developing ethical guidelines that prioritize individual rights and freedoms is essential. By doing so, society can harness the power of surveillance technology for the public good without compromising core values of privacy and freedom.